so wonderful to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh my goodness. You are so fabulous in this movie. Honestly, I didn't even recognize you. And I want to know, I mean, what a heartbreaking and had to have been a challenging performance for you. What on earth was it like when you were presented with this material?
I read the script. I don't remember. I was reading, I just was hungry to do movies. This was right after I got to LA. I had shot one season of Vida. It
Yeah.
wasn't even out yet. And I was just like, I want to do a movie. And my agents were like, all right, we're gonna try and find something. I got the script, I read it, and I lost my mind. I was like, this is so incredibly beautifully written and so moving, and I connected so deeply with Chama that it scared me because I was like, why why do I think so much like her? Why do I reason with myself in the same way that she does? It was
Wow.
like a lot of things that shocked me because I was like, it really is just about where you are lucky to be born, in what family and in what part of the world and into what because I was like, if I hadn't been born into the family that I was born into in Mexico, if I had been born maybe into a family where I was around drugs or had a parent that was suffering from some sort of addiction, maybe I would have ended up like Chama.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important thing about this movie, is that it's a chance thing. It's not anyone's fault. It's a disease, and it's a battle that these women are going through every day. And and they're not disposable.
Yeah.
There's a line in the movie of like, the only thing that's worse than being invisible is being seen as disposable. And
Right.
that's what a lot of these women that are going through addiction feel like when they finally get the courage to ask for help or to seek help. They get turned away because
Right.
people are like, they don't take them seriously, and they don't realize how much it takes for them to even get to that point.
Yeah.
So I was just I didn't even know when I read the script that it was based on these seven women's lives, that everything that happens in the movie has happened to one of them,
Yeah.
and or more, because all most of them have had their kids taken away from them at one
Yeah.
point. So it was really mind blowing to me when I got to Albuquerque and I met them and I started listening to them, and it dawned on me as I was sitting in a circle with them that it was all their lives put together into one.
Right.
And I was immediately in tears, and I was so humbled that they had picked me, but I was also terrified because I was like, oh my god, these women are trusting me with their lives, basically.
Yeah.
And I felt the pressure. I felt like, oh my god, I really have to do right by them, if anything, just by these seven women.
Yeah, and you gave us such a raw and real performance. And I'm thinking, I'm watching you. Listen, I just finished watching you not too long ago, and In the Heights, and you're happy and you're singing and you're just brilliant in that, and you're so fantastic. And then I see this, and you're like, oh my God, is there anything this woman cannot do? And I want to know how you got through it day to day on an emotional level.
It was hard, but you know what? It was helpful that it was only a 16-day shoot. It was like intense and short.
Yeah.
And it helped me to have my really good friend Luis Bordonada, who plays Santi. He held my hand for most of it because I was losing my mind. I think I had, because I knew in the emotional state that I had to be in, and I couldn't really come out of it because I had to go right back into it every day. So I was in a place emotionally and mentally that wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Um and he really like held my hand, as did the seven women, because at least one of them was on set with me every day.
Wow.
And it was beautiful to have their guidance, and it was incredibly selfless of them too, to be there, and I could ask them anything. They were so open with me. When we had the scenes where I was getting high, I would be like, I need you to show me. how
Wow.
to do this, and they would. And I
Wow.
knew that it was a lot of me, a lot to ask from them, but they were like, we want you to get this right. And it was, it took a toll on me, both emotionally and physically. My husband came to visit at one point, and he was scared. He saw me and he was like, are you doing drugs? Like, because he knows that I'm very intense. Like, I really get into the roles that I'm playing. So he saw me, and like my skin was like ashy and my face was like, you know, and he was like, you need to tell me if you've been doing anything. And I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not, I haven't. But he was like, you look like shit. So forgive my,
Okay, it's okay. Well,
no.
that's a testament to your acting ability. I mean, honestly, so that's amazing. And honestly, like I say, I don't know how you got through it, but what do you learn about yourself after playing a role like this? Because I need to tell you, my dear, you should have confidence coming out of all your orifices, really.
I learned a lot. I learned about um trusting myself. That, roles like this are always scary. I get scared, but I also know that when I'm scared, that's what I should be doing, because being in your comfort zone feels nice, but it's kind of boring. And as an actor, that's not what I want at all. I don't want to be pigeonholed into one thing. I want to show that I can do all sorts of roles, and that I can transform in a way. And and I learned that I I am capable of so much more than I even thought. Um, but I also learned that I have to like take care of myself, because like when we were shooting the scene where Chaman locks herself in her room and tries to get clean by herself,
Yeah.
um, we shot that. I think we did like 5 takes of that, but there were like 10-minute takes each. The camera was just in the room with me, and I was like going everywhere, and it just kept following me. And it was so physically straining, because what these women told me is that what happens when you're experiencing withdrawals is that your body kind of starts convulsing and you can't control it, and there's so much tension, and you feel like you're like about to implode, because there's so much pain inside you, like you literally want to like rip your skin off.
Yeah.
And I was in, like, I literally, after I think the third take, I hurt my back so much. Like I had like I I I don't even know what throwing your back out is, but I
Right.
think I threw my back out. Like, like I couldn't move afterwards. I was like laying on the bed, and I was like, Ryan, I can't move. And he was like, what? And I was like, I can't move. Like I don't know what happened. And they like let me rest for a little bit. They brought someone in to like, rub my back. And then we did it again. But I was like, I like for the next few days, I was like, I couldn't, I don't know. It was just like very physical, a physical ordeal. And that's what these women go through when they're getting clean. And it was very humbling. It was very humbling to be there with them, and then to see them um have to leave because they couldn't watch.
I'm
They
sure.
were like, it's too hard to watch. I can't relive that. But I took that as like me doing it right, like that's um
The best compliment you could
yeah,
get. Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I'm glad that that you feel like this is real, because that's what I want. I want people to feel her pain, and I want people to be on this journey with her.
Yeah.
And I told Ryan, like, you should put a trigger warning on the movie, because when I watched it with my husband, um, he after like we were an hour or two after, he was still crying. He was like, I don't, like, I wasn't expecting to feel it so deeply. And maybe it's because I'm his wife, and he was seeing his wife, up there going through all of this. But he was like I'd never seen him like that. And he, has no connection to addiction in his family or anything. So I'm like, if anyone that does have a connection to substance abuse sees this, it can be very hard to watch. So, but I think, I mean, that's what we want
Yeah.
as an audience. That's what I want every time that I watch a movie. I want truth. I want to be hit with the truth, and I want to be hit with reality. I want to feel like I can live through the characters, and I think we did that with this movie, which was the goal.
You
That
absolutely
and
did.
give hope, you know, the hope for the fight, hope for all these people that have this battle and that are being triumphant, that they're beating it, you know, and they're living their lives, and they've overcome this like major battle.
Absolutely. I have to wrap, but I have to ask you, because I'm just changing gears for 2 seconds. We are going to see, talk about changing roles. We're going to see you in Scream 5. I cannot wait. And I need to know what it was like when you walked on set and you saw, you know, Courtney Cox, David Arquette. I mean, come on, Neve Campbell, our Toronto girl. I mean, really, come on.
Oh my God, you have no idea how much of a fan I was all day, every day on set. I couldn't believe it. I Courtney and Neve came later in the shoot. David was there from the beginning. So we all were like all over David, and he's the sweetest man you will ever meet. Like, just the best person. He gave us like Bob Ross painting classes. He brought like all the canvases and the paints for all of us, and he's like a certified instructor. So he like gave us all a class. And then getting to act, like getting to share the screen with Neve and Courtney was mind blowing to me. Every time they would yell cut, I would be like, God, oh my God. And the directors, because the directors are such huge fans of Scream, of Wes, and of the franchise itself too, we would all be like, conspiratorially, like I would be telling the directors, like, can you please take candids? Like, can you take behind the scenes shots of us? Like, while we're standing here, please, I need these memories, you know. And it was just incredible. It was, I still can't believe it, and I haven't seen the movie. I'm about to watch it as soon as I wrap here in Vancouver. I'm going to LA and I'm gonna watch it. I'm so excited.
Well, we're excited too, but for now, I just want to congratulate you wholeheartedly on this spectacular performance in this film. Honestly, my dear, I don't know, you just keep blowing me away. Like I said, I don't know what else you can surprise us with, but you are a treasure. And thank you so much for your time today. You really are amazing.
You have no idea how much it means to me. Thank you so much. And
My-
hopefully I can keep surprising you.
Good, you will, you will. And I want another
Listen.
musical. I want another musical. So get
All right.
Lin-Manuel needs to start writing for you, okay?
Okay, all right. I got you.
Thanks, Melissa.
Much, Bonnie.
Take care.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.